So if you've not heard the bit of sad music retail news as of late, a lot of Sam Ash stores are closing their doors. From what I've heard, it's about 14 out of their 52 stores, I believe. They're 50 odd stores, which in the grand scheme of things is a lot. And it could be because of declining sales or just the fact that their shelves have been pretty barren for the past, I don't know, couple of years. I know for a fact my local Sam Ash was no exception. There really wasn't a lot of good new stock in there. They had a couple of cool used things, but by the time you would go in there to get them, they were gone. So with the writing on the wall, the signs went up. Store closing, going out of business sale, everything must go. So I decided to pop in there for probably one last time just to see what they had by chance. And while a store closing is generally sad news, in this case, I think there are some silver linings. No, I'm not gonna replace you. So I then went and did the dang thing and bought myself a PRS SE Silver Sky. I've been a huge fan of PRS recently, specifically the SE line. I know a lot of people really like the SE line. I'm still kind of in that camp of like, I don't see the point in going and paying, $2,000+ for a brand new guitar, especially when you can find them used cheaper, or you have alternatives like this that are still made, in relation with the same kind of company, i.e. Epiphone and Gibson. You guys know my feelings on that. And seeing as how impressed I was with the SE CE that I have here, genuinely one of my favorite guitars, go check out that video if you'd like. It's a good video on that guitar. I figured it was about time for me to get a Silver Sky. Walked out of there paying $500 for this brand new. So still had the plastic on it. Came with the nice gray SE gig bag with the trim arm and all the tools in it, all that stuff. So great deal. I got it cheaper brand new than what stores are selling them for used. So I think I got a pretty good deal on it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just take a closer look at it, get some playing clips. That's what you guys are here for, right? Before we get into that, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification, click the like button, appease that YouTube algorithm. These videos are made possible by you. I greatly appreciate it because I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you guys watching and subscribing and liking and all that kind of stuff. So genuinely, thank you guys so much. Let's talk about this guitar a little bit more. So one thing I kind of want to talk about off the bat here is the headstock on the Silver Sky. So if you look at my CE, you can tell right away that the headstocks are different in more ways than one. They're obviously different colors, but they're also like a reverse headstock shape. I think it's kind of cool, not really the biggest deal in the world. It doesn't really affect anything tuning stability wise or anything, just an interesting thing to point out. It's got the gray truss rod cover here, not like the Core series I think has the real skinny one. This has just got your standard SE one, which still looks really cool. They're non-locking tuners. The PRS locking tuners on the Core, they lock on the front. On the back here, they're Kluson style. They still have the big plastic gray buttons on the tuning machines like the Core has, so that's really cool. Working our way down to the neck, the nut is a synthetic bone nut. A lot of people online seem to complain about strings binding in the nut just a little bit on the SE. 22 frets, bird inlays, rosewood fingerboard, maple neck. It's a bolt-on, obviously. Let's talk about the neck a little bit, because that's one of the biggest things on this that it's gonna make or break whether you like this guitar or not. So talking about the neck really quickly, this is the 635 JM neck carve. According to what I've heard online, John Mayer spec'd out these guitars to feel somewhere between a 63 and a 64 Strat. So you look at the 635 like 63.5. 63 and a half. Ha ha ha. And I gotta say, I've never played a vintage Fender, but if this is what vintage Fenders feel like, wow, these are right up my alley. It's slightly chunkier than what you would expect on like a modern Fender. So if you're a modern Fender player, this is probably gonna feel a little otherworldly to you, but you'll adjust because it's still got the same kind of like roundness to it. It's slightly thicker than what you would expect from a Fender neck, and apparently the core is slightly thicker than this. Some people have their preferences, obviously. If you have the budget for both, or if you're looking at one versus the other, highly recommend going and trying both before you buy it. The other thing I want to talk about is the fretboard radius. This is an 8.5 or 8.5 inch, however you want to say it, fretboard radius. So what that means is it's more rounded. You can't lower the action super duper low, because then you're going to get choke outs when you bend. You're going to get buzzing, all that kind of stuff. You can get the action pretty low still, like comfortably low. It might be slightly higher than you're used to, in this case like it is with me, but it's easy to adjust to it. It's still super comfortable to play. So just keep that in mind if you try to lower your action and think you got a bad guitar. You don't, it's just the fretboard radius. Moving down to the body, this is a poplar body. It's still got the body contours on it like you kind of expect, so it's comfortable to sit and play. It's got a multiply pick guard here, 3 single coil pickups. As you guys know, these are the 635 JM S pickups, so they're spec'd to sound and perform and everything kind of like the core model pickups do. If you hear S in the model name of PRS pickups, it just means that they're in the SE line. There you go. So the one thing that I really like about these pickups is that the bridge pickup is not as ice picky and shrill and high-end focused as you would find on a Fender Strat. Now, I kind of like that sound personally. Like in my Fender Strat, it has that. I love it. But this one, you don't have to dial back that tone knob to get rid of those like annoying, really, really high pitch kind of things. They're just not there. So it sounds really, really cool. Distorted, clean, whatever. 1 volume, 2 tone. This tone here controls your neck and middle pickup. This one for your bridge. 5-way switch with the flat tip head. Everybody likes that. Comfy carve away here combined with the comfy carved heel joint here. Access to those high frets are great. You have a 2-point trim here, and it looks like it's a 6-screw. On the core series, it is a 6-screw, but here they just took it and drilled 2 holes, and that's all you get. So you got them on each side. Really, really stable. I really like it. All the adjustments can be made. It's got that pressurized kind of thing where you push the trim arm in there. Really like that. And on the back here, I took the back plate off. It does come with one, but I took it off. 4 springs back there. Then you got your SE Silver Sky John Mayer neck plate on the back. Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click my logo somewhere on the screen. That'll help you get subscribed to the channel if you're not already. If you want to check out some of my other videos, there should be some boxes coming up right over here somewhere. You can click one of those. It'll take you right to it. And if you want to support the channel in any other way besides just subscribing, check the link in the description of any of my videos for my Teespring store. You can pick up a shirt, hoodie, sticker, whatever tickles your fancy. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.